Hey guys, welcome back to another journal with me video. In today's journal with me video, I wanted to use the new pieces from my latest physical junk journal kit. This was the rainy days kit. You may have already seen it. It is already sold out. However, I still wanted to share a journal with me playing around with these pieces. This was a really fun journaling session. You can see here all of the little bits of ephemera and pieces from my life that I have to work into this journal spread as well. So as always for me in my junk journal, it's about getting the memories down, getting the junk down, and I like to team those up with my decorative bits and pieces, with pretty pieces of paper that I love to play with, and stickers and stuff like that. I pulled out my Canon selfie photo printer for the first time in forever to print out this one picture. I wanted to have sort of like a film strip style picture of my daughter there, so I put her pictures together on a grid, and then I also just filled in the space with another picture of me holding the pieces from this junk journal kit. So you can see here all of the sticker sheets that come in the kit. There was actually 5 sticker sheets that came in this particular kit, which is quite a lot, and I feel like there's a really nice variety of things in this kit, which you'll get to see me play around with in this process. I hope this journal with me also just gives you some basic journaling ideas, some different layout ideas, fun things that you can try in your journal. I have this cute little note from my daughter, and I wanted to include this as a page in my journal, and so I folded it in half. And then I decided to fold it again so that I could reveal the beautiful illustration on the page underneath it. So I didn't want to cover up the illustration, but I also wanted to incorporate this page as well. So this was just my solution to do that. Giving you a quick little glimpse at the back sides of these sticker sheets. So the sticker sheets, I like to make the backing board something that you can also utilize. So whether that's just a pretty piece of patterned paper or something more interactive like this little duck notebook cover. I've also done like a pocket, and I've got some labels and some perforated pieces, different things that you can definitely incorporate in your journaling as well. So it's like a bonus piece that comes in the sticker sheet. So even though I don't have any of these kits left at the moment, if you are a fellow Aussie, I have some very limited quantities of leftover stickers from the previous 3 junk journal kits. If you want to get your hands on those sticker sheets, make sure you jump right over to my shop, which I'll link down below. Unfortunately, I cannot post the single sheets internationally at the moment. The postage is just ridiculous, and obviously with everything that's going on with the US tariffs as well, that did definitely affect my latest kit restock, and it will definitely affect my shop for the time being, and many other shops and small businesses, unfortunately for us, but hopefully that will all be settled soon. Of course, later down the track I'm going to have more kits, and hopefully by that time the shipping to the US will have resumed and everything will be a little bit more accessible to everybody again. So the rainy days sticker sheet that came in this kit is this large icon sort of sticker sheet with the blue frame. And one thing to note about this sticker sheet is the blue frame is also a large sticker. So I wanted to demonstrate how you can apply this as a sticker, because it is a large piece. It can be a bit fiddly to apply if you pull it off the sheet entirely. So what I wanted to do was frame some lined paper. So I glued this vintage lined paper to the page, and then I'm going to attach the frame around this. And so what I recommend you do is you position the bottom of the blue frame or the top of the blue frame where you want it to sit, and then once you're happy with how it is positioned, pull that sticker sheet on, apply it the way that you see me doing here. So this is kind of like what you would do with contact paper, and this is what the remaining sticker sheet looks like with all of the icons. On that piece of paper I added a strip of washi just to decorate it a little bit more and make sure the edge was stuck down. And then returning to the notebook cover that comes as the backing board in the days of the week sticker sheet, I'm just going to line the inside of this with one of the floral papers that comes in the kit. So there's 3 A5 papers that came in this kit, and I just glued this one down with my glue stick to line the inner side. So this notebook cover can be used in so many different ways. You can write inside it, you could actually bind pages inside it, you could staple pages inside it, you can put pictures inside it, you can cut it in half, there's so many different fun things that you can do. Now I am incorporating one of the hanky pieces from the kit. This one is the sheer one, and I want to add this as a pocket, and I decided to attach it to this page where my daughter's done her drawing. The drawing actually looks a little bit like the pocket or like the hanky piece, so I thought that was really cute. They kind of look like they go together. And instead of sticking this down as a square shape, I'm sticking this down as sort of like a diamond shape, and I'm just using some double-sided tape to do that. So I've stuck down 2 edges, and I've left the top edges open so that this is a cute little sheer pocket on the page. And for now, I've just slipped those couple of photos of my daughter inside. Now, flipping this page back over, I'm going to use some of this packaging from my 2026 planner. So I got a planner from Bespoke Letterpress. I'm also thinking about getting a Hobonichi Weeks this year, but I wanted to get the Bespoke Letterpress planner again because I just find it super useful and it works really well for my current system. So I got the same one that I've been using the previous few years, and it comes wrapped in this beautiful tissue paper. So I just cut down a little piece of the tissue paper and I glued it down on this page to cover up that white space. And this little area on the page is very bird themed. So there's a bird illustration on the page. The tissue paper has the nest, and then I decided to also add a strip of like bird egg washi tape as well. So it's all looking like it matches really well. I stuck the Bespoke Letterpress branding sticker down on the page, and then I'm also including the chair tag from the Rainy Days kit. So I attached this tag with washi tape so that you can flip it up and down, and then I'm moving on to the next page and I am attaching some more bits of ephemera. So this is a little piece from my friend Essie, who sent me a little package in this last week, and she did some beautiful lettering on the package itself. So of course I tried to save that, and I'm using some of my wet PVA glue to stick this down. I was very spontaneous with the wet glue, so I didn't have a brush handy, and I just used my finger to spread it and glue this down, and that worked really well. I wanted to use the wet glue just because this piece was quite thick with the packaging tape layer, and I felt like a glue stick probably wouldn't stick it down super well. So throughout this process, you'll just see me flicking through all of the pages that I'm working on and just building them up. So adding little bits here and there, and then flicking to a different page and adding bits here and there until I feel like it's complete. I feel like that process works really well for me. Sometimes you do get stuck or you feel like you don't know what to do next, and I feel like it just helps to keep everything flowing really well. If you do get stuck, just flick to a different part of the page or a different item and try and attach a different piece so that your process isn't becoming stuck. So instead of sitting there and panicking about what your next move should be, you can just keep that creative flow going and just move on to something else in the meantime. I cut out a few of these little postage stamps from a different package that I'd received in the mail, and I'm just working out where I'm going to attach those to the page as well. I just layered them up in sort of this messy way in this little hidden section of the page where the bird themed things were. And then again, I'm just flicking through and seeing where things will fit and slowly building up the page. So I had so many pieces as well. I wanted to obviously play around with the new kit and put everything to the test, but I also had lots of random bits of junk and ephemera that I wanted to play with as well. So I feel like when you have such an abundance of things to work with, it can be overwhelming. And so again, the best thing to do is just to kind of keep in motion with your journaling and not to get stuck on things. Like if you feel stuck, move on to something else and then come back to it. On this beautiful floral page, I'm trying to incorporate some more pieces again from the kit. I wanted to use that bed flashcard along with this cute little Instax print of my daughter who had fallen asleep reading a book, and I wanted to team those together. Obviously they went together really well. I also had the bed single sticker which comes in the kit, and I really wanted to incorporate that as well initially, but in the end I realized that it was a little bit repetitive with the bed sticker and the bed flashcard. So you will see me here try to work this for quite some time. I also had the little house painting card that I wanted to incorporate on this page. I wanted this page to feel quite cozy, and so I had so many different pieces that could work with that theme that It took me a while to figure out the best layout and how to fit everything in. So you'll see I actually sped up a portion of this video when I was playing around with the pieces, just because I got sort of stuck on it for so long, just shuffling things around the page until I was happy with how it looked. And I think sometimes it is good to explore all of your options before you actually stick something down, especially if you are unsure and there's just so many pieces to try to work in together. So I had the bed sticker, I had this red hanky piece, I had the little house painting, I also had some other random bits of junk, and I had that little coat folding piece. There was just so many options for this page, and it was kind of one of those pages where everything sort of looked good. Like nothing looked like it didn't belong, which in a way makes it harder because you have to narrow it down and try to find the best layout. I really liked the way that little red hanky piece looked on this page, and I liked the way that it complements that house card so well. And you'll see here I start to feel like the page is coming together because I thought that little house card would make a lovely little pocket along the bottom of the page, and then I could actually slip my recipe card inside it. So the recipe card can come in and out and be an interactive piece on this page. And it didn't interfere with the bed flashcard, which I'd already attached up the top as well. Then I came to the problem that the background paper, the floral background paper, was so pretty that I didn't want to cover it all up either. And so it's kind of about solving problems as you go. On the back side of this, I realized that the large envelope that holds all the pieces was the perfect size to fit on this page, and so I decided to go ahead and glue this down on that page, and that's all I'm doing with that for now. I'm going to leave that for another day, but it just fits so perfectly there that I wanted to stick it in. So I went ahead and I did that, and then I added some staples just to help stick everything down. So here the page is sort of starting to come together. I've committed to some of the pieces, and so that helps as well. Once you actually get a few things down, then you can go from there. That's what I mean by building a page. Sometimes you have to commit to one idea so that the rest of the page can actually flow. Because if you don't stick anything down, then you become overwhelmed with all of the possibilities of the page. Sometimes you just have to sort of run with something, an initial idea, to let the rest of the page come together. This sticker sheet here is also from the Rainy Days kit, and this is the magazine Alphas, and there's so many little lovely little letter stickers in this sticker sheet. And I'm just writing the title Movies to Thrift on this lined page. I'm gonna fill this in sort of like a mind map style page, and this idea is just I kind of want to start collecting a very select few like classic chick flick type movies to have on DVD that I can just watch on the PlayStation, so that I don't have to search through so many different streaming platforms to find that good old classic that you know you can watch over and over and over. So that's what that page is about. I'm also playing around with some of those days of the week stickers, which you saw me stick the Saturday and the Friday in the spread, and then I'm also going to include the August sticker from the monthly sticker sheet. The monthly sticker sheet backing board has some red framed labels which you can just cut apart, and I decided to stick the August directly on top of one of those labels as well, and then stick it down on the page. So now the pages are all coming together. It's time to add my written journaling, which you can see here. So I've written down just across the page wherever I could sort of fit the writing without it getting lost in the page. I also wrote out the movies that I want to thrift. I wrote inside the duck notebook cover, and then I also included a little recipe on the recipe card and some journaling on the back side as well. Now I'm pulling out some colored pencils. I wanted to add a little bit more color to this page, and so I'm kind of using them like highlighters, and I'm coloring over the writing that I've done on this page just sort of at random, just choosing some lighter colored pencils to add some pops of color behind some of my handwriting, and I did this on the previous page as well. Now for the super fun part, I get to play around with the stickers, and I'm going to go a little bit sticker crazy in the spread because I'm testing them all out, and I also kind of feel like, obviously because I've designed these stickers myself, I don't have to hoard them as much as I normally would, because I know that I do have more of them and I can make more of them if I want to. Sometimes though, I totally understand wanting to hoard your precious, beautiful sticker sheets, and these will go a long way. You certainly don't have to use them all in one sitting or use as many of them as I am in one sitting. But I wanted to demonstrate them for you and just use them kind of like crazy so that you can see what they look like on a page, and I just think they look so cute and cozy. So these little icons are from the rainy day sticker sheet. Again, I will have some of these sticker sheets available as singles for my fellow Aussies in my Etsy shop right now if you want to try and grab a sticker sheet while they're still available. These stickers are printed on clear paper as well, which is really cool because they have that clear border around each sticker, so they end up bleeding into the page or blending into the page really well instead of having that crisp white or coloured edge that some stickers have. So it's nice just to have that different texture and that different finish in the stickers to play with. These stickers look best stuck on a lighter background so that you can see all of the details of the sticker and they don't get lost, especially if you were to stick them on like a very patterned or dark coloured background. You may not see the details in that sticker as much. Again, I'm just going sticker crazy here just to demonstrate to you what these stickers look like and some different ideas for how you can use them. I absolutely love how they turned out, and again, I do have some sticker sheets remaining, so those are from the 3 previous kits. I'm going to say this again for the last time. If you want to grab a sticker sheet, if you're a fellow Aussie, you can grab a single sticker sheet or a couple of different sticker sheets. And the great thing is the sticker sheets all work together really well. Even though they're all from 3 different kits, they look so cohesive. So that's one thing that I'm really proud of with my sticker sheets. So here's a close-up at the finished spread. I hope you enjoyed this journal with me. I know it was quite a long one. I really love how these pages turned out, and I'm realizing that my current junk journal is actually becoming quite full. So soon enough, we will have a complete flip through of this junk journal, which I always look forward to sharing as well. It's always really cool, really fun when you finish and you fill up a junk journal from front to back. It's so satisfying, and I love to share the finished pages and the finished journal with you guys too. So I hope you enjoyed this process video. I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you really soon in my next video. Bye.